Previously on Addy Family Adventures.
So I think this has moved us into the 1800s. Am I correct? Of Indiana? Of course. See, we can already kind of hear them.
Green frog.
So that's what the green frog sounds like. The bullfrog.
Bullfrog. A successful hunt. The mountain lion growls and snarls to protect its precious meal from freeloaders.
Wow. So this is coming from a place we've been planning on visiting. It's not too far away from us. Like many Midwestern wetlands, early Europeans saw the Limberlost Swamp as useless land waiting to be converted to productive farmland. Alright, so now we're moving to the upper portion of the State Museum, which is funny because I feel like, isn't there a portion when we move all the way down farther? I don't know why, that's how I feel. So it looks like we have a model of what would pioneer life. Yeah, and then from Native American life.
Took me a second to see where everything was. It's where you said pioneer. Wait.
So, and then over here they've got a habitant's house and a wigwam.
This is interesting.
Like any other place in Indiana, Vincennes developed into a community that looked much like a village in France. Settlers called habitants, who moved down from French Canada, prized wheat instead of corn. Although corn grew much better, they used oxen to pull plows through narrow, long lot fields. In addition, they created individual households, compounds, often with fruit trees, barns, gardens, breads, ovens, and sometimes slave quarters. Wow. Here's a map that actually shows some of the tribes around the Indiana, Ohio, Illinois area. The Kickapoo, the Miami, the Ottawa, the Shawnee, the Wyandotte. How do you say that one? Pionakesha, the Wee, Potawatomi. Yeah, Potawatomi, the Kickapoo, and the Muscoutin. And then the Illinois. So here we got some armbands that were hammered out of silver coins. And then we have some necklaces, right?
Minus this one.
I don't think that's a necklace.
I think it's just there for us to fill the engraving.
Right.
But
because that's what that is.
Yeah, if you feel it with your finger, you can actually feel.
Right.
This one you just feel it with your tip.
And then these here, I've seen these crest-shaped corrugate.
Is that what they were like around there?
Yeah, but I think it was supposed to be like to protect your throat.
This style of corrugate originated with the British military before becoming trade goods. They were given to Native Americans. Doesn't say what they're for. Maybe.
But I think they were used to keep you from being stabbed in the throat or something like that. That's what it was. It was like an armor. And then over here we have a spear made with metal spear tip, a tinware plate, something very a metal arrowhead. That's a small arrowhead. And
That's
then,
a very small arrowhead.
And then they have a metal hoe. So one of the things that are talked about around here is the Boone family, and it says, with his brother Daniel Squire Boone, moved his family from North Carolina to Kentucky in 1776. Boone, a Baptist minister, performed the first record marriage ceremony in Kentucky. His son was the first white male child born in the region. Brutal warrior Squire Boone was wounded several times while defending settlements against Indian raids. In 1804, he moved to present-day Harrison County, Indiana, where he built a large farm. When he died, Boone was buried in a secret cave near Mockport. Here, the pipe tomahawk, whether used as a weapon or a ceremonial object of a piece, a pipe tomahawk was a powerful symbol on the frontier. Squire Boone traded this one to his brother-in-law Benjamin Van Cleve for a cow. I don't know who the Girty family was, but vilified as white savages. Simon James and George Girty were born in Pennsylvania in 1740s. The adolescents, they were taken prisoner by the Delaware, who burned their stepfathers at the stake. Simon usually lived among the tribes, but served with George Roger Clark against the Shawnee and as a Continental Army officer during the Revolution. Later, he rejoined the tribe and their British allies in raids against American outposts. After the Revolution, George served as an interpreter and negotiator. James established a trading post in Canada, but kept close ties to American trades at Vincennes. Simon was less reconciled to American dominance. He fought alongside Little Turtle at St. Clair's defeat and was friends with Tecumseh. He eventually settled on a British land grant near Fort Malden, Canada, where he died in 1818. So if you remember us being at the gathering at the Garst here just not too long ago, we were in this man's council, what do you call it, house, right? This is Matt Anthony Wayne, and this is actually a recreation of the signing of the Treaty of Greenville with all the different Native Americans who were there, and also Matt Anthony Wayne himself. So I don't know which one would be Little Turtle or Little Turtle, but so this is kind of neat that we were just there and now here we are standing in a reenactment of the actual treaty signing. Alright, this is expressions in paint. When Native American leaders gathered to sign the treaty, many painted their faces to mark the ceremony. Face painting was powerful. It connected people to the spirit world. It terrified the enemies or celebrated the birth of a child. It sent a message about honor, status, faith, or family. Women and men painted their faces with designs and colors that held personal meanings. So, Margie, come here. I'm gonna try this.
Oh, okay. The mirror?
Yeah, that's it. Alright, so it says, look in the mirror and push the start button. Okay. Now, turn the dial back and forth until the face inside lights up. I don't see a face inside, do you?
Oh, there.
Okay. Am I supposed to put my face where it's like that? Or, I don't know. Alright. Lean forward until your face matches the painted face inside. Alright.
That's it?
That's it.
Let me get it up here.
That's what I'm supposed to look like.
It's kind of hard to get it. Like,
yeah, I know.
Right on. Oh, there. I see it better on this side. That's kind of weird. I don't know.
Did you want to try it?
It's going to do the same thing.
It's that. Of course it is.
Okay, start. It's already lit up, right?
Yeah. It's kind of hard. Alright.
That's just, oh my gosh, my head looks like, ew, that's creepy. Okay, that's pretty creepy.
So here, after Greenville, so after the signing of the treaty, no time for ceremony. It says the flood of settlers continued after the Treaty of Greenville, and the line it established would become null in a few years. William Henry Harrison appointed governor of the newly christened Indiana territory in 1800s, began transforming the treaty system into a cold mechanical process, threatening to withhold annuities or suspend trade, implying signatories with liquor were just a few tactics used to expedite agreements. Harrison and those who would follow had no time for the formalities of Greenville. So then over here you have the preparing of the Battle of 1812. So the Battle of 1812, which, let's see, so you have William Henry Harrison, who was a president. We have Tenskwatawa, and then we have Tecumseh. And of course, Henry Harrison was known for the Battle of Tippecanoe. The conflict between William Henry Harrison and Tecumseh's Confederation culminated on November 7th, 1811, with Tecumseh in the southern United States recruiting allies. Harrison and a force of 1,000 men marched to the vicinity of Prophetstown along the Tippecanoe River. So, near present-day Lafayette. During early morning hours, the Prophet launched a surprise attack on Harrison's camp. They ensued 2-hour battles, left scores of dead, wounded on both sides. The Native Americans were ultimately thrown back, and the victorious Americans burned Prophetstown to the ground. The Battle of Tippecanoe was the opening salvo in the War of 1812. So this is a picture of Fort Knox 2. I did not know that forts could have sequels, but Fort Knox 2, 3 miles north of Vincennes, served as the muster point for William Henry Harrison's march towards Prophetstown and the Battle of Tippecanoe. Recent archaeological works there was revealed a most uncomfortable part of early American military life: neck stocks, which protected a soldier against blows to the neck. Archaeologists found large numbers of them throughout the Fort Knox 2 site, apparently discarded when soldiers could no longer stand the discomfort. So we got different stuff here. We have a flintlock, we have a pipe tomahawk, and we have a buffalo powder horn.